This is Real Estate Radio. The Erik Hatch team is highly motivated, innovative, and knowledgeable for all things real estate. This is Real Estate Radio.
Good morning, ladies, gentlemen, real estate fans, avid listeners, and casual people tuning in. Thanks so very much for listening to Real Estate Radio this morning. I'm your host, Erik Hatch of Hatch Realty. If you're looking for us, you can always find us at the corner of 16th Avenue South and University Drive in Fargo. That's 1205 16th Avenue South. It is just across the street from Luna Coffee, Bernie's Liquors, CJ's Kitchen, right next to Dwayne's House of Pizza, and a little bit of everything else that you're looking for. So if you're in the neighborhood for an Asian massage and you want to come across the street to Hatch Realty, you know what? The same neighborhood. We'd love to see you. But hey, at the top of the hour, I want to tell you what a crazy month December has been in the real estate world. Now, real estate traditionally in winter months slows down. I'm not saying that houses don't sell for top dollar. Those are two very different things. But we see real estate slow down. And then, holy cow, all of a sudden, the floodgates have opened this week, and our team has managed to outsell. My gosh, we've outsold most of our average weeks, even in the summer months. The floodgates have been opened, and it's been an exciting thing. We're talking buyers, sellers, investors. The market's still moving. Maybe outside nothing else is moving, but the real estate market is heating up right now. In fact, we're going to talk later in the show about why winter is the best time to sell your house. But I have to tell you that the people who are selling their house right now are able to take advantage of this hot market. Maybe houses aren't selling for as quick, but what we're finding is that there's still buyers out there. And maybe that buyer doesn't get there in the first day or the first week. Maybe it takes a month or a month and a half. But when they do come, those buyers are still there. And because there's not other options, traditionally sellers are able to get still a good price for their house. And I'm also thrilled because we have my good man, Josh Boucher, in studio with us. We're going to talk about 2015 and what to expect, as well as learn a little bit about the legislative session that's coming up for the state of North Dakota. So exciting show is ahead. But before we get too far into today's show, do me a favor. Head to livefargomorehead.com. Take a look at some houses. Find out what your house is worth and learn a bit about our team. Or if you want to chat with us, give me a ring at 369-4839. But first things first, let's find out what's happening with real estate news this week.
The housing market doesn't hibernate in the winter. Sellers who list and buyers who buy often find the winter season the most advantageous time to make a move in real estate, according to a new study by the real estate brokerage Redfin. The winter season officially takes place between December 21st and March 20th. And real estate professionals should be ready for a season that often brings in more focused and active sellers and buyers. In an update to a 2-year analysis it completed last year, Redfin researchers studied nationwide home listings, sales prices, and Tom Mam market data from 2010 through October 2014. The study found that February is historically the best month to list, with an average of 66% of homes listed, then selling within 90 days, according to Redfin's research. And that's what's making real estate news this week. You're listening to Erik Hatch with Real Estate Radio.
Breaking in, shaping up. In studio with me this morning is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Joshua Boucher of North Fargo. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, Erik.
Josh, you wear two hats. It's always important that our listening audience knows exactly what hats you wear. So what is it that you do professionally in two different ways?
Well, when I'm not selling houses with you, I'm out in Bismarck representing North Fargo in the State House of Representatives.
Okay, and that's the first thing I want to talk about because your legislative session starts in January 6th. Is that right?
Yep.
What does that mean?
Well, we all head out. There's about 141 of us that head to Bismarck and spend 80 days, hashing out the issues of the time. And a lot of conversation are going to be on property taxes, income taxes, early childhood education, all those great things that we'll talk about.
Milk
might come up.
Boy, Josh, you have gone through some things here in your 2 years so far in the House of Representatives. What have been some highlights? What have been some lowlights?
Well, I think it's been an exciting time for North Dakota. I think we're seeing family household income go up. We're seeing property values go up. We're seeing a strong workforce with low unemployment. So the state is definitely moving forward, and we're building up reserves for the future.
You get to talk about possibilities, right? As opposed to what do we have to cut? It's what can we add?
Exactly.
In a lot of conversations.
It's about efficiencies, but it's also about how can we dream and how can we make sure that we have the best run state in the country and the most opportunities for our citizens.
And so, but then what are some of the struggles with that?
Well, I think, I would like to see more conversation about early childhood education and investing in our young people at the college level. So, I think we're going to have more of those conversations this session, and there's many more opportunities for that.
I love to have a passionate person like you representing our state, and even to have somebody like you as a realtor representing our state, because my gosh, if one thing has changed dramatically over the course of the last 10 years, well, of course, oil has changed our state, and the growth of Sanford and NDSU and all these other things have changed, but real estate is always a part of that. So what are we to expect in 2015 in the real estate market?
Well, I don't think there's anyone holding back that we're not going to continue to see homes appreciate at the same rate that we've seen this past year. So anywhere from 4 to 7%, depending on where you live.
So let's dissect that just a minute here. Again, in studio with us, Josh Boucher, and we're talking about what to expect in 2015's real estate market. If houses are going to appreciate 4 to 7%, is that a national average? Is that a local average? What's the difference?
That would definitely be a local average. Nationally, we're just starting to see the housing market move up. It's about that 4%, so on the low end.
Yeah, what I've studied is they actually say 4.22% is the national appreciation average. And if you live in Phoenix, Arizona, you saw appreciation of 10% a year, and then you saw depreciation of 50% in 2 years. Painful. We don't see that roller coaster here, do we, Josh?
No. And actually talking to a number of lenders the other day at some of the meetings I've been going, they think we're still pretty insulated based on our strong economy and the local businesses we have going. So there's no reason to believe that we're going to see anything lower than 4%.
Now, what kind of investments can you buy or put your money in that you're going to see a 4% appreciation?
Certainly not your savings account.
That's the truth. I've even been watching some of my investments in the stock market, and it's been a painful week this week. Why I watch it is beyond me, because I don't need another ulcer.
Right.
It's a bit crazy, but we watch real estate, and real estate's always about the long-term hold, though, isn't it, Josh?
Yeah, it's about how you can build wealth over 20 years versus the next year.
Yeah, if you're going to buy a house and then turn around and sell, unless you're flipping it, but if you're going to buy a house and turn around and sell it in the next year or two, it's hard to get profit out of that, but it still happens for some people. Now, if we switch gears here, Josh, just a little bit, if 2015 we know is going to be a year of appreciation, does that mean that buyers shouldn't be moving in the market?
Certainly not. The opportunity was just the other day, the Feds announced that they're not going to be dramatically increasing rates. So we know that interest rates are going to continue to be low for buyers too.
Now, what was expected, though, in 2014? Because we ended 2013 with interest rates of about 4%. What was expected by the end of 2014?
We expected, based on the economy, that rates would continue to go up, and that's how we were coaching our buyers and our sellers.
Yeah, we heard about 5%. We would see a 1% increase, and that actually changes somebody's buying power 10%. But repeat again what you said, that the Feds have announced what?
Just the other day, they announced that they're going to continue to maintain the low interest rates, the key indicators. So that means that home interest rates are going to probably remain low.
That's asinine to think that buyers can still take advantage of historically low interest rates in a market where your house is destined to appreciate. How else could somebody spend money and get that kind of a return on their investment? Because if you think about it, Josh, let's say somebody buys a $200,000 house. They live there 10 years, and so if it appreciates 4% or 5% a year, that's like $10,000 a year. So in 10 years, their house is going to be worth $300,000, and I didn't even compound that interest. And then they're paying down their mortgage too. Is there anything better than buying real estate, Josh? I mean, besides like candy.
Donuts could be in there. But,
thank you. Yeah.
But yeah, right now with our growing economy and people's household income going up, investing in property is the way to go.
So buyers out there, the opportunity is still there. But for sellers, why is it still opportunistic for them?
Well, there's plenty of buyers out there. People recognize that, especially in a community like Fargo, Cass County, 60% of our people are renters, and a lot of those people are looking to start building their own wealth.
Say that again. How many people are renters?
About 60%.
That's a huge number of people who are renting. It actually blows me away at the number of people who rent, because the opportunity's there to buy real estate and to invest in real estate. So if somebody wants to talk to us, Josh, again, how do they get in contact?
Give us a call at 701-369-4839 or check us out at livefargomorehead.com.
Josh Boucher, always great to have you in studio with us. Stick around, everyone. There's more Real Estate Radio coming up.
Stick around. More Real Estate Radio with Erik Hatch after this.
Don't survive. I was born free.
This is Real Estate Radio. The Erik Hatch team is highly motivated, innovative, and knowledgeable for all things real estate. This is Real Estate Radio.
Welcome back to Real Estate Radio. As always, I'm your host, Erik Hatch, and we are talking about the best time to list your home. I'd have to say that the majority of the public and even the majority of realtors will tell you that the best time to list your home is in the spring and summer. But truth be told, that is not the case. According to Redfin, they are a national real estate company. The best time to list your home is winter, officially December 21st through March 20th. That's a staggering and surprising fact for a whole lot of people. But again, the best time for you to sell your home is, in fact, winter. People would wonder why in the world that is. I've been saying it on air now for the last couple of years, but I finally found some validity to back me up besides my own meandering thoughts. And what we're finding out is that most people will be looking for houses in the winter. So if you're going to list, you have to understand a couple of elements with that. The first is most buyers go online. In fact, the statistic I know is 92% of buyers go online to look for houses. And so if you want to be seen and if you don't want to get lost in the shuffle, listing your home in the winter is the most opportunistic time to do so. Now, right now, as of yesterday, there were 880 homes listed on the MLS. Now, I want to break that down for you because 880 is a deceiving number. Yes, our community has about 250,000 people, and there are 880 homes for sale. But of that, about a third are new construction and aren't even built yet. They're land that we know is going to be built on, but nobody has purchased it just yet beyond the developer and the builder. So a third of that 880 belongs to builders who haven't put even a hole in the ground yet. Another third, roughly, is rural. We're talking communities that surround the Fargo-Moorhead and West Fargo area. And so that leaves just a few houses in actual Fargo-Moorhead and West Fargo. So inventory is tragically low right now. So for those of you who are thinking about selling a house, wouldn't it make sense to sell it in the winter when inventory is at a low point? The benefit of doing so is, of course, more eyes are on your property. More eyes will mean more buyers, and more buyers means better money for you. There's no other way around it. Now, if you're a buyer out there saying, well, I'm not going to jump on board right now, I'd actually tell you that your opportunity is there to take advantage of this market. Your opportunity is there because of low interest rates and because houses are only going to get more expensive. And if you keep waiting, houses are going to continue to rise in price. And, of course, you're going to run out of options. So let's get you in a house or let's get your house sold. Reach out to us at 369-4839 or head to livefargomorehead.com. It's time now for the Erik Hatch team's picks of the week here on Real Estate Radio. Each week, my team and I talk about these deals that we don't want you to miss out on, and today features 3 superb properties in 3 very different locations. Let's start on the Minnesota side of things, and in fact, I'm excited. Next week, we have Mayor of Moorhead coming in, Ms. Delray Williams, and she's going to be talking about how Moorhead is on the grow, and I have to agree with her. So let's feature Moorhead first at 1412 17th Street South. This just got listed and won't stick around for a long time. Again, 1412 17th Street South. That for $160,000, you get a superbly finished home. We're talking 960 square feet on each level of finished space, and a huge garage that a guy or gal who's a garage person will absolutely swoon over. So if you want something with virtually no specials, you want something in an established neighborhood, and you want something exquisitely finished, this is going to be the house for you. Now, if we're going to diversify our options here, let's head to Grandin, North Dakota next. We're at 125 4th Street in Grandin, and man, you can get a lot of house in Grandin for the money. So for $155,000, we're looking at almost 1,200 square feet of finished space on each level. So that's almost 2,400 square feet of finished space. Lots of bedroom space, lots of bathrooms, lots of garage stalls, and it sits on a double lot too. So if you desire outdoor space, if you love that extra opportunity, and if you look at the property taxes of a place in Grandin, your taxes for an entire year are $1,000. Man, that's dirt cheap. Rural is a way to go if you're looking to save a few bucks, live in a quiet neighborhood, and yet still be pretty stinking close to town. I always think it's strange when somebody says, I want to live within 20 or 30 minutes of town, which is common, especially if you come from like a Minneapolis area. But for people who've lived in Fargo our whole lives, boy, living 20 or 30 minutes away seems like an eternity. But for people coming in from the outside, maybe this is an opportunity for you to have peace and quiet and yet still be close to the metro area. Finally, let's go to Fargo, 2001 29th Avenue South. We just reduced the price on this gem of a home. We're down to $190,000. We're talking over 2,000 square feet of finished space. Again, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 garage stalls. This bi-level is in a fabulous neighborhood. It is not in the floodplain, and the specials are crazy low. You can't miss out. There's also new carpet in this house, and so almost all that work has been done so you can move right in. These houses and more can be seen at livefargomorehead.com, or to have your own home featured on Real Estate Radio, give us a call at 369-4839. I'm being told we are almost out of time, and so there's 2 things I want to finish with. The first is this. I want to say Merry Christmas. It gets said often. It's the old adage, and people will say Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever it may be. But sincerely, I hope that your holiday week is a blessed one. I hope you spend time with family, and I hope that when you get tired of your family, you decide to start looking at some houses. We can double up on the fun there. But realistically, for those of you who are traveling, safe travels. For those of you that are staying local, I hope you can get some time away from your family and time with your family. It's always that good and right balance. The second thing I want to speak of is this, is if you haven't done so yet, go to livefargomorehead.com. It's a really valuable resource for anybody in the community, whether you're looking to buy or sell or you're just interested in the Fargo-Moorhead area. We're doing our best to educate our clients and to keep them knowledgeable on all things real estate. So if you want to know what your home is currently worth, we have a great little link on livefargomorehead.com that'll give you a rough price of your house. Hugely valuable for people who are thinking about refinancing or selling. Now, in addition, if you want to see any houses that are on the market, oftentimes you can compare and contrast it with your own home and get a good idea of value. Or if you're curious in buying, again, livefargomorehead.com is the stop. Or if you want to save up to $1,000 on your buy and sell, so we can save you up to $1,000 total, again, head to livefargomorehead.com. If you are a hero, a do-gooder, which means if you're a veteran, if you're military personnel, if you are a teacher, an educator, if you're a nurse, if you're somebody who is a police officer or a firefighter, we can save you some serious cash. And that's from our pocket to yours. This year we gave back over $92,000 to heroes, and we want to raise that money even higher next year. So Merry Christmas to you. God bless. Thanks for tuning into Real Estate Radio. In your free time, head to livefargomorehead.com, and we will talk to you next week. Thanks for listening to Real Estate Radio. I've been your host, Erik Hatch, on the Mighty 790 KFGO.
'Cause I'm gonna make this place